Now, Flame Mammoth does have Chill Penguin's weakness, but we also have Flame Mammoth's weakness, which is also helpful. Now, normally the stage doesn't have snow on the ground, but because we defeated Chill Penguin, the snow kind of froze all the lava, so we can ignore a good chunk of the stage gimmick here, which is always nice. I'm gonna take this free energy drop. Now, here's the fun part, and by fun I mean irritating. What you're gonna want to do, and I'll explain this before I do it, is you're gonna want to dash jump and then just keep mashing dash wall jump. So hold against like left and then just dash wall jump a bunch. I'm gonna try and do it. This is a very tough thing to hit because you have to jump out like pretty close to the edge here and then hit that upper there. Sometimes you have to let it have some room. But if you don't dash wall jump, you're gonna miss. Dash wall jumping also makes it so that these guys don't break for some reason, but that's okay, you just need one wide. This light capsule, which is the most irritating one to grab by far, gives us one of the strongest upgrades in the game. That upgrade is, of course, a strong X-Buster, but that also gives us more capabilities for our weapons, which is very important. In this section, actually we'll not just take the bottom portion all the way down, I forgot, there is a heart capsule down here. So, more max health for us to play with. We're gonna go up here quick just to get some energy, and there is an extra life up here. So we're gonna jump over the Mets because I don't want to deal with them. We can dash jump over most of these guys, provided they don't hit us. And we just chillin'. We're just chillin'. You can dash jump over most of the section. Just try not to get hit as much. Now, one other thing I'm gonna make mention of before we get too far is that in Flame Mammoth stage, there is also a sub-tank we can grab. I think it's actually part of the last section. Hold on. If I remember correctly, it's... Oh, it is! Alright, I know where it is. Hold on. We're gonna backtrack a bit. Excuse me. So... Thank you. We're going to use Shotgun Ice here to make this work. We needed the helmet upgrade for actually two reasons. Dude, these guys are so nice. So, you know those Mets up there? You actually just kind of keep going. We're going to dash jump off to the wall up here. Well, you know how I said we needed a wall jump? That's why. So glad I remember that now and not after I left the stage. God, that'd be so goofy. Anyways, I'm only saving Storm Eagle's weapon just because it's easier to just kill the boss with it. One other nice thing to note is that for all of the energy drops, since we have sub-tanks, they'll store up in the sub-tanks. For the weapon energies, they'll automatically go to whatever weapon didn't have any, or the lowest one, which is just dandy. We're going to take the upper path for most of this portion. We're going to just kind of use our damage invulnerability to ignore him, and pretty much ignore most of the gimmick of those guys. Now, we're going to switch to Storm Eagle's weapon, because it is the one weapon we're going to want. He's obviously got some movement in his room, so he's not going to be as easy. But we're going to abuse the fact that Storm Eagle's weapon has enough active frames to just hit him twice. We're also going to abuse the fact that I've got energy in the sub-tank to work with to kind of just tank the boss fight. There we go. Fire Wave here is pretty good. It's basically a short-range flamethrower that has a good amount of active frames. I'm not going to make use of it as often, but it's still pretty good. We're going to go back this way to Spark Mandrill. Now, Spark Mandrill stage does have something we'll have to come back for, but I'm not in the mood to do Boomer Kawanger stage because his boss sucks. So instead we're going to clean up quick before we go to Spark Mandrill and grab the one thing in Chill Penguin stage that we need. And just to show how strong this is now, or how strong we are now before, we pretty much just own everything in front of us. Now, the hard tank that we're going for does require Flame Mammoth's item, or weapon, so I'm not going to use too much more of it. Now. Easy. You see what I mean by Storm Eagle's weapon just being strong as all heck? Now, we're going to use the right armor, but we're not going to break this first piece. In fact, we're going to dash jump, and then use right armor to get up here. This will grant us access to this, which is only damageable with Flame Mammoth's weapon. It grants us the energy tank, or the health capsule, and that's all we need. You could run to the end of the stage, or you could use the escape unit. This will save the fact that you grabbed to the password, so we don't need to go back to Chill Penguin's weapon, or Chill Penguin stage anymore. We already grabbed everything out of Flame Mammoth stage and Storm Tornado stage. Or Storm Eagle stage. Now, to Spark Mandrill. Spark Mandrill has two things. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to grab one of them because of a later boss that we'll be taking care of later on into our goal here. This is part of Storm Eagle's ship, by the way. So, Storm Eagle ship landed here. We're gonna need Shotgun Ice for the ending bit, so we can use Flame Tornado stage, or is it Flame Tornado? No, Fire Wave, god, Storm Tornado. We use Storm Tornado to take care of most of the enemies. The upgrade, or no, nothing. The thing we're missing out on is going to be, it's going to be an energy tank, or not an energy tank, a sub-tank. Mostly because I don't have the weapon we'll need for it, which is the boomerang. We just don't have the boomerang, and that's okay. As we continue through most of the stage, it'll be pretty quick for the most part. This is a sub-boss. There are not many of them. We're also going to use him to show that this game had a lot of lag. And also, Storm Tornado's Buster Shot, or Charge Shot, because it is strong. It's gone now. I don't remember what that guy's name is, but it's very simple. This area's got some light fluctuations, which is just dandy. Now, we also needed the leg upgrade for other things. Namely, this heart capsule up here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pretty much just do that. You're gonna dash jump off the wall, just above, or like right where X's feet are in this little drop here. Go out, come back in, and then you'll be able to hit that nice and easy. That's not the hardest jump that you can do, but there's another heart capsule in another stage that we're gonna eventually get to that just is a lot difficult, or a lot more difficult, but it's doable with another method compared to that. That requires you to know about dash jumping, so we're not going to worry too hard about it. Ow. With our health getting up there, I'm going to start doing stupid stuff, obviously. With our health getting closer to our max weapon energy, we're going to be absolutely chilling through most of this game, because not a lot does a lot of damage, even on the regular difficulty. Anyways, Spark Mandrill's here. Spark Mandrill is weak to Chill Penguin's weapon. He'll freeze. If you hit him at the right time, he'll freeze again. He gets auto-frozen. Spark Mandrill is the example that I like to go to where a boss is completely defeated and just destroyed by the right boss weapon. Now that Spark Mandrill's done, we'll get his weapon as well. That weapon being the Electric Spark. It's basically just one little ball of lightning. It's pretty good. It's got a max of 3 at the time, so that's alright.